You wake up every morning believing you're a hero. You tell yourself that today you will conquer something, your fears, your dreams, your weaknesses. The world tells you that you are capable of anything, that the sky is the limit, and that all you need is grit and determination. And yet, with every passing day, you fall short. You try to climb higher, only to be pulled down by unseen forces. The voice inside you tells you that you're not trying hard enough, that you're just a failure at heart, that your dreams are too big for a mere mortal like yourself. But what if I told you that the problem is not that you are not trying hard enough? What if the problem is that you are trying to be a hero in a world that doesn't care for heroes? Nietzsche would say that you have fallen into the trap of modern romanticism, the belief that anyone can be a hero, that anyone can transcend their circumstances, that anyone can be great. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Greatness is a lie. It is a story we have been sold, wrapped in shiny packaging, designed to distract you from the fact that you are not meant to be great in the way you imagine. The hero you envision is nothing but a projection, a comforting fantasy that keeps you from confronting the harsh reality of who you are. The hero in every movie, every book, every Instagram post is not real. They are carefully constructed symbols that make you believe you can rise above your limitations, even when, deep down, you know you cannot. The modern world has transformed the concept of heroism into a ubiquitous, easy-to-consume fantasy. It has woven the idea of greatness into the fabric of our daily lives, convincing you that your failure is the result of insufficient effort, not a reflection of the deeper existential truths that govern human existence. Nietzsche, however, challenges us to take off the rose-colored glasses and confront the reality of our situation. The first step to understanding why you are doomed to fail as a hero is to acknowledge that the very idea of a hero, as it exists today, is hollow. It is a mere shadow of what it once was. In the past, the hero was someone who embodied virtues that transcended personal achievement. They fought for ideals that were larger than themselves: justice, honor, the common good. The hero's actions had a cosmic significance. They were figures of myth and legend, often elevated by divine favor or fateful destiny. But in the modern world, these heroic ideals have been stripped of meaning. The gods are dead, as Nietzsche famously declared. The divine order, once believed to guide and support the hero, has crumbled. The consequence of this death is profound. If the gods are no longer there to provide meaning and purpose, then who or what is left to guide the hero's journey? Without a higher order to follow, the hero becomes lost, caught in the web of their own desires and projections. The modern hero is no longer part of a cosmic story. They are just one individual struggling against the meaningless of existence. You may tell yourself that if you work hard enough, if you just push through enough suffering, you will eventually break through and become the hero you long to be. This belief in self-improvement is another trap. Nietzsche would argue that this relentless pursuit of personal transformation is a futile exercise based on a misunderstanding of human nature. Self-improvement, in the modern sense, is rooted in the belief that there is a clear, linear path to becoming great. You are told that with discipline and perseverance, you can conquer all. But Nietzsche saw this as a dangerous simplification. For him, greatness is not something that can be achieved through mere effort. It is something that comes from a deep, inner confrontation with the self. The pursuit of greatness, or self-improvement, without understanding the meaninglessness of existence, will always lead to despair. Why? Because the very foundation of self-improvement is based on the lie that there is something inherently valuable in achieving greatness. The myth of greatness blinds you to the fact that there is no ultimate meaning to life. You can climb higher and higher, yet the higher you go, the more you realize that the summit offers no reward, no transcendent vision, only emptiness. So, what does Nietzsche offer in place of this illusion of heroism and greatness? He offers the concept of the will to power. This is the idea that life is not about striving for an unattainable ideal of greatness, but about asserting one's own strength, one's own ability to face the void, and to impose meaning upon the meaningless. But even here, the tragedy deepens. Nietzsche's will to power is not a heroic journey towards success or fame. It is the will to overcome the very nature of existence itself. It is an expression of one's own strength in the face of a world that offers no inherent meaning or purpose. But the more you try to impose your will on this world, the more you will confront its indifference. The more you try to transcend, the more you realize that the world doesn't care for transcendence. The will to power is not about conquering others or achieving some external goal. It is about the struggle within oneself, against one's own doubts, fears, and desires. But even this inner struggle is ultimately tragic, because no matter how much power you accumulate, no matter how much you strive, you will never reach a point where life offers you a final answer. There is no victory. There is only the struggle. Another great illusion modern society sells you is the idea of progress. Every day, you're told that humanity is advancing, that technology is improving, that tomorrow will be better than today. The modern hero is encouraged to believe that they can progress toward an ideal self, a better version of who they were yesterday. But Nietzsche warns us that this belief in progress is a dangerous one. The idea of progress is inherently tied to the notion that there is some final, ultimate goal toward which humanity is heading. But Nietzsche was profoundly skeptical of this narrative. He saw it as another mask that hides the fundamental truth of existence, that life is cyclical, that there is no linear movement toward a grand conclusion. In fact, the more we try to progress, the more we become aware of the futility of that pursuit. The hero who seeks progress, whether in their personal life, their career, or their society, ultimately ends up chasing a mirage. The idea that there is an end point, a final destination where everything makes sense, is an illusion. Progress, in the Nietzschean sense, does not exist. Life is about the ongoing struggle, not the achievement of some final victory. One of the most painful aspects of the modern hero's journey is the solitude they face. In the past, the hero was often surrounded by comrades, by divine forces, by a community that shared in their vision and mission. But in today's world, the modern hero stands alone. Their struggle is a solitary one, and it is exacerbated by the fact that no one truly understands their path. Nietzsche saw this isolation as an unavoidable consequence of the death of the gods. In the absence of a divine order, the modern individual must face the world without any transcendent support. There is no collective meaning, no larger story in which to place oneself. The hero must create their own meaning from within, but in doing so, they become estranged from others. Their greatness, if it is ever achieved, is hollow because it is not part of a shared vision. Despite the overwhelming tragedy of the modern hero's plight, Nietzsche does not leave us hopeless. The true hero, in Nietzsche's view, is not one who conquers the world or achieves greatness as the modern world conceives it. Rather, the true hero is one who embraces the absurdity of existence, who understands that life is fundamentally meaningless and yet continues to struggle. The hero must confront their own limitations, their own mortality, and the ultimate futility of their quest. But in doing so, they achieve a kind of greatness that is not measured by success, but by their ability to endure. The modern hero is tragic not because they fail, but because they transcend the very idea of success. They find meaning not in their achievements, but in their ability to persist in a world that offers none. The modern hero is doomed, but not in the way you think. They are not doomed to failure because of some inherent weakness. They are doomed because they are trapped in a false narrative of greatness, one that promises transcendence and fulfillment, but delivers only emptiness. The hero's tragedy is not that they fail, but that they do not understand the futility of their striving. They are chasing a mirage, and when they reach it, they realize that there is nothing there. But in this tragedy lies the true triumph. For the true hero is the one who understands the futility of the quest, and yet continues to struggle, continues to assert their will in a world that offers no ultimate meaning. In that struggle, in that endurance, the hero finds something greater than success, a kind of existential greatness born not from conquering the world, but from embracing it in all its chaos and absurdity.